Let's get started. Building financial freedom. I said something very intriguing yesterday. Financial freedom, building financial freedom is an assignment. Until you see it as an assignment, you will take everything that comes with it lightly. You won't take anything about it seriously in any kind of way. You need to treat it as an assignment that this is one thing I need to get better at in order to enjoy my life to the fullest. Until you see it that way, many times a lot of things will not change. Very important, very key. So that will take me to defining financial freedom. Now, a lot of people just hear financial freedom, financial freedom, financial freedom, but you don't know what it is all about. So tonight, I need you to take your pen and paper, do as many screenshots as you can. The goal of this 7 days intensive training is to ensure that after these 7 days, I'm going to be plugging everybody to opportunities where you can begin to scale your income from 50,000 to hundreds of thousands, from hundreds of thousands to millions. The goal is to ensure that between now and the end of the year, an average person, a minimum of 10 persons can boast of 1 million, 3 million, 5 million in extra cash flow. And therefore, for us to achieve that, training and educating us in the proper way and channeling us in the right direction is very, very important. And that is exactly the reason why this training is going to be happening back to back. Just like I said, the goal is to ensure that by the end of the year, each and everyone listening to me right now, apart from whatever it is that you're doing that is making you money, you should be able to boast that. For people that have not hit their first million before, you should be able to boast of your first millionaire in the remaining days left in this year. The goal is to help a minimum of 10 persons have this experience. And in order for that to be in check, it is expected and important that you are schooled the proper way. This is why the 7 days intensive back-to-back training section will be happening. We'll be having another exciting moment physically tomorrow at Jabi Mall. So for the Abuja team, ensure that you don't miss tomorrow's physical section for anything in the world. This is why we are not going to be having it on Zoom tomorrow till Monday. So this is the second day of the 7 days intensive financial training. My apostle, my spiritual father, Apostle Muiwa, will always say something very important, and it has always stuck with me, and it will forever stick with me because of how truly eternal, or how eternally true it is. He said, and I quote, he said, "A man is ordinary until he's trained. A man is ordinary until he's trained," and it cut across every other facet of life, maritally, spiritually, financially, emotionally, what have you. Once you are not trained in a particular area, you cannot get the best out of it. So this is one reason why I tell people, so let me come from the angle of relationship now. This is one of the reasons why I tell people you are entering a relationship and you have not developed yourself properly. You have not trained, you have not studied, you have not learned anything about emotional intelligence, how to handle conflict, how to put your anger under control. All of these things, you know nothing about it. You are entering you have no business in a dating relationship if you have not properly schooled and trained yourself in that area. Relationship is not something you just enter, it's something you prepare for, and it cut across every other area, financially, spiritually, everything. You will be ordinary in that area until you are trained. Same goes with finances. And in this part of the world, Nigeria, the school system has done great injustice to this thing. We went to school only to be satisfied in our area of specialization. I make bold to say the people who even studied accounting, banking, and finance know no jack about how to make, manage, and multiply money. That's how dangerous it is. So if you are banking on what you were taught in school to become financially free, jokes on you. Jokes on you. You are really, 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 really deceiving yourself. And that's one reason why the Zillionaire Network came to life. That's one of the major reasons why the vision was born, giving birth to the next generation of financial giants. So, like I said, I've not lost my line of thought. Said my apostle said, a man is ordinary until he's trained. Now, before I begin to expose us to opportunities that can make us millions, multiple of millions, and all of that, it is important that I train each and everyone who cares to embark on this journey. And that was what gave birth to, just like I said, the 7 days intensive training that started yesterday. So if you missed yesterday, please always be in my DM to remind me until I do a recording of it again and put it up on our YouTube channel. Yes, just go on YouTube, Zilly King One, you'll see it. I'm going to be uploading this one too on there. Why am I doing that? Is for you to always go back there, even after we are done with the 7 days training, to what? To learn and relearn until you become one with the truth in this training. So that way, it will be very, very easy for you to navigate your way on this journey called financial freedom. Are we good? So let's get right into it. So when you hear financial freedom, what does it mean? It simply means you having enough income. Please, let's take note and let's make it a habit to always drop reviews on the group after the training is done. It shows that you have learned well and you are also opening others up to the opportunity to learn from you. That's the two things you drop in. Two people only dropped their reviews yesterday. I only saw two people. Please, let's do better going forward. So back to it. Financial freedom simply means you having enough income, savings, and investment. Emphasis on having enough income, savings, and investment to live the life you want without constantly worrying about money. So that means if all you have is enough income, you are not yet financially free. If all you have is income and savings, you are not yet financially free until you have these three things rather: income, saving, I call it ISI. Financial freedom simply means you having the ISI. Income, enough, emphasis on enough income, savings, and investment to live the life you want without constantly worrying about money. If you are not here yet, then you are the one that this 7 days training is for. Without constantly worrying about money. It is when money stops being a daily source of stress and become a tool that works for you. Every wealthy person that I know see money as a tool. They don't worship it. They see it as a tool. At its core, financial freedom means number one, when your passive income or asset can cover your essential expenses, when you are free from crippling debt, you have
Over.
the flexibility to make life choices, whether traveling, starting a business, retiring early, or spending more time with your loved ones. You are not tied down by a paycheck. You work because you want to, not because you have to. Emphasis on you are working because you want to. You love the idea of work, not because you have to. So at the end of the day, you realize that it's not just about being rich, it's about having control, emphasis on control over your finances, your time, and your choices. A lot of people don't have this. Thereby, we can simply say they are not financially free. So before you consider someone to be financially free, they must have passed this test right in front of you. Their passive income, starting from they must have enough income, savings, and investment to live the life they want to live without constantly worrying about money. It is when money stops being a daily source of stress and become a tool that works for them. And it must tick these 4 boxes. Their passive income. Now, what is passive income? Passive income is the income that flows in when you are not there. What you are not actively doing that is making you money. what you have put in place. You have set systems and structures in place. A good example is I would use rental income from real estate. Let's say you have like 10 duplexes, all for rent. So month in, month out, year in, year out, whether you are there, whether you are not, money is flowing in. That is passive income. Or you have a business, you build a team that is duplicating. So whatever it is that they are doing is making you more money, whether you are there, whether you are not. That is passive income. So this covers your essential expenses. So that means whether you work, whether you don't, you are fine, like 100% fine. Second one, you are free from crippling. You don't hold any human being, both alive and dead. Thirdly, you have the flexibility. So these are the things you should consider before you call someone or before you now tell yourself that you are financially free. When you have the flexibility, so ask, as you're saying this, ask yourself these questions. Do you have the flexibility to make life choices like traveling the world, starting a business, retiring early, spending more time with loved ones? As you're listening to me right now, if you stop working, pushing for the next 6 months, can you live on your savings? Can you live on your investment? Do you even have one? Can you live on the income that you have for the next 6 months? Like, just think about it for a moment. If you stop working, if you stop doing what you're doing right now, how long will it take you to go broke? For some people now, it is not even about going broke till they die. They can never go back to square one again. Why? Because they have been able to create systems and structures around their money that will not need them to be physically there before they enjoy themselves to the fullest. So at the end of the day, it is not just about being rich. I hope you know there's two different things. There are two different things entirely. You being rich and wealthy. It's not just about you being rich, it's about you having control over your finances, your time, and your choices. So ask yourself that question. Do you have control over your finances, your time, and your choices? So if you don't have 100% control over these three things, then you are just getting started. You need to put in more effort. You need to become more intentional about learning how to make, manage, and multiply money. Are we getting value? Am I making sense? Now, let's proceed. Note about financial freedom. Now, you need to understand that the average person does not understand the concept of financial freedom. As unbelievable as this sound, I get into an environment and I start having conversation, and you realize that all they just want to do is to work, get paid, eat, sleep, and that's it. They don't even Shebi is when you know about something, that's when you work towards it, right? They don't even know what it means to be financially free. All they know is go to school, get the best of job, graduate, go to school, get the best of grade, secure a good paying job, and get paid. That's all they want. That's all they know. So at the end of the day, when life begins to happen, that is when they realize that, oh, I was supposed to be saving. I was supposed to be investing. I was supposed to be creating systems that would be responsible for cash flow when my job fails me. So this is what an average person does not even understand. Secondly, many people work all their life without becoming financially independent or free. I can boldly tell you this for a truth that 80 to 90% of Nigerians are in this bracket. They just keep working and working and working. So far, what they are working for can put food on their table and can sort their housing bills. They are fine. They are not thinking the next 5 years, the next 10 years, what they will leave for their own generations unborn. I was watching a video of Femi Otedola's daughter wedding with Mr. Easy. I mean, I was just inspired. I was inspired. I'm like, this is the template of what a home should be. I mean, there's nothing that can be close to lack in that kind of family ever again. Why? Because the father has done the needful. They can never ever. I mean, it's not everybody that was in that wedding. I think according to what I was saying, what I read, I think they were just 100. just 100 dignitaries in that wedding. Iceland, they did the wedding in 3 different places. I think engagements in Monaco, the wedding in Iceland, then is a reception in Dubai. 3 different locations, sweet, clean wedding. That can only happen because they are financially free. It can only happen because they are financially free. Thirdly, lack of financial independence or financial freedom often leads to frustration at the end of the day, because you are at the end of the day, if you don't strive to become financially free, you will realize that you are always behind your bills. You are trying to keep up. Why? Because at the end of the day, when it comes to you living your life to the fullest, you cannot make the money that would actually make up for it. I'll come again. When it comes to you living your life, you might have to write this down, put it on your status. When it comes to you living your life to the fullest, you cannot work for all the money that is required to. You need to leverage. And we are going to be getting into that in the next training. Leverage. You cannot work for all the money. Trust me, I said it in yesterday's section. You cannot work for all the money that you are going to use to live your life to the fullest, that you're going to use to enjoy your life to the fullest. You can't. If you think I am lying, I will give you an assignment tonight. You just pick a pen and paper and do a calculation of how long. Look at your age right now and calculate the next 5 years. And just imagine how long it will take for you to make 2 billion. Just 2 billion. Calculate your age now. Maybe you are 25, you are 28, you are 29. Now look at it. What you are doing now. How long it will take you to do it to make just 2 billion. Meanwhile, that 2 billion, some people are using it to buy houses. They are using it to enjoy their life. They are not even feeling it. So the question is, and they are in their 30s, 40s. So the question is, what did they do to be able to amass that kind of billions? If you do your research very well, you will realize that they are not the one that worked for that money. They understood this early and decided to embrace leverage. Leverage. So once you don't do that, you are just going to keep wondering why you are working so much and you are earning so little. It's because you are not embracing leverage. Every wealthy person understands these things. And that's why you see them working less and making more. They understand leverage. Leverage. Don't joke with the next class after this. I'm going to be opening the perspective of embracing leverage at all costs. So second to the last, this is why people work till old age, stops them. They work till old age stops them, and they are still left to depend on children. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't want to be that kind of father that is still waiting for his children to come and take care. I want to still be sending them money at 60, at 70, no matter how wealthy they can be. I want to be that kind of grandparent that my children will be telling their father or their mother, depending on who I give birth to, that they want to come and spend holiday in my own house. Why? Because they know it is enjoyment galore. That's the kind of father I want to be. That's the kind of grandfather I want to be. Not the one that is looking up. See, many of us here, we need to change the game. We need to change the trajectory of how things are being done in our line. Like, do you like the fact that they go like Yoruba will go? I want to believe quite a number of us here are Yoruba. They go like Majenwomo. Yeah, it's good. But then before the Omo start giving anything, you eat the fruit of your own labor to set systems in place. Let them see it as an opportunity to give to you, not as a duty. Am I making sense? Let them see it as a privilege to give to you, not as a duty, not a mandatory. Like if they don't give to you, you will not eat. You will go hungry. You will go homeless. Start positioning yourself as a parent worthy of emulation from now. From now. Don't be one of those parents that are looking up to their children, and when they grow up and they start working, they will take care of me. Stop. Like, can we stop this already? Can we stop and start building with the future in mind? Like literally start envisioning 10, 20, 30 years from now, how you want your life to be. For those that were known the Zoom call yesterday, I made mention of how that your future is not stumbled into, your future is created. And it starts from what you are doing right now. Your money habits. You see shawarma, you buy. You see cocktails, you buy. You see stiletto, you buy. You see this one, you buy. I'm not saying you should not buy something, but then look at what you are earning. Look at it. Look at how much you spend. Look at how much you are making. Are you not spending lavishly like that? Is that how you are going to create wealth? How much are you making that you are spending that much? And that's why some ladies they call me stingy sometimes, and I don't blame them because they don't understand where I'm coming from. They don't understand where I'm going to. So it's fine. It's just a matter of time. We'll know who is stingy and who is not. I am laser focused on how I'm not just going to build wealth for myself, but I'm literally going to change the trajectory of the dadas. That anybody that marry into my own family too will see it as a privilege. Everybody wants to marry into Otedola's family. Everybody wants to marry into Dangote's family. When are they going to marry into Ifabi's family? Where are they going to marry into Muhammad's family? Where are they going to marry into Adesoye Timi? When are they going to see it as a privilege to marry into your family? Start seeing it that way. Start seeing it that way. When you begin to see it that way, it changes your perspective entirely. You start becoming more intentional about how you approach this thing called money. And last on the list, an indisciplined man can never ever be financially free. I'll come again. Here you see this one. An indisciplined man can never ever be financially free. I already said it in the second to the last. I'll just buttress it a bit. Now, I said it yesterday on the Zoom call. It is not about how much you are making. It is about what you are doing with what you are making. If you are making 3 million naira and monthly and you are a bad spender, you will come back to ground zero. It has nothing to do with the 5 million naira, 10 million naira you're making monthly. It has a lot to do with what you are doing with it. Don't be shocked if somebody who is making 500 a month and you making 5 million a month is still coming to borrow from the person making 500K a month. Do you know why? The person who is making 500,000 naira a month is financially educated. He understands financial, he is on a mission to create financial freedom. So they don't toil with every penny that comes their way. Why you that is making 5 million who lacks financial literacy will be spending lavishly. And when at the end of the day, when that thing that is giving you 5 million naira stops, that's when your eyes will now open to the reality of the fact that you have actually been a poor-minded person all along. It was just the privileged access you had that was making it look like you were rich. You were not. And that is why I tell people, invest in your mind. Don't let me run ahead of myself. I'm going to get there in a moment. So once you are indisciplined as a man or woman, or as a lady or as a guy with money, your possibility of creating financial freedom is very, very slim. Very, very slim. I was still making mention of how that I decided to discipline myself the more to save more. I literally give myself target of what I spend a day. Once I hit that spending, some of you here, not so, most of you here, you need to have spending limit. I'll come again. You need to have what I call spending limit. Like literally, you need to tell yourself in this month of September, this is my spending budget. And once you hit it in a day, so let's say for instance, you give yourself a spending limit of 10,000 naira daily. Once you hit that limit, pam, if you like, rain should be falling, fire should be burning. You should be disciplined enough to stick with that budget. I have a friend of mine, once he spends money quite well, but once he reaches his limit, he will just tell you, he said, that Alpha, I don't reach my spending limit. Where will they go else? I'm like, nice. That is someone who knows where he's going. Not like he doesn't have, like, not that he can't buy that stuff, but then once he has disciplined himself enough to understand that once he reaches his spending limit for that day, nothing is capable of enticing him to spend again that day till the next day. You notice and observe that people like that we always have, not like they are making so much, but they have become disciplined with how they spend their money. People like that we always, mark my words, we always have. They will always have, they will also have enough to save. When I started practicing this thing, it started working for me. I mean, I was checking the amount because I literally have the way I save daily. Like I make it a daily thing. Some days 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 a day. It must not go by without money leaving my account to my savings account. And I was checking it. I was shocked at how much I've saved within a. Today is 6th of September. I'm like, wow, what I've saved in 6 days was what I saved last month. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I now realize that I've been spending a whole lot on food because I did some auditing this September and I said I was going to cut down on unnecessary stuffs that don't really go far with me. I'm like, okay, let me see how much I can even save if I cut down on some things. And this is just day 6 in September. I've literally saved what I saved for the whole of August. I was checking my savings record for June, July, August. I saw August. I look at September. I've already hit what I did in August. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So many times, it's not like you are not making money. You are just indisciplined. You are just what? Indisciplined. So when you become disciplined, you realize that really, it's not about the so much you need to make. It's about what you are doing with what you are making right now. Am I making sense? Now, real life questions. I want you to screenshot this one and after the section, go and use it to examine yourself. Ask yourself, in the year 2025, what have you done actively and passively to grow your income? I know you have gone to the mountain, you have prayed, Father Lord, this is my year of this is my year of that, da. Okay, God has answered. So now, on your own part, what have you done? Either actively or passively to grow your income, because some people are so amazing, like Christians of our nowadays are so amazing that they literally leave everything to chance. They just believe that once they pray, everything will just be happening. No, it doesn't work that way. Newsflash, it doesn't work that way. There's a part God will play and there's a part you will play. So ask yourself, so in the year 2025, we are in September already. What have you done actively and passively to grow your income? What business have you started? What training, just like this? This part of, I hope you know this is part of what you are doing this 2025 to actually grow your income, because with the knowledge you are getting here now, you'll be able to make better decisions financially. So that's the first question. Then second question, are you a passive or active participant in your own life? Are you a passive or active participant in your own life? Let me break it down. Now, when you are a passive participant, you leave everything to chance. Like, my mommy will settle it, my daddy will give me this. Like, you literally leave everything to chance. You are not active in bettering your own life. You have, I want my life to be better. I want this to be that. What are you doing? Are you a passive or a active participant? You will be shocked that the reason why a lot of things have not changed for the better is because you have not taken the bull by its own. What are you doing about this thing called your own life? Remember, you are the architect of it, right? God has given you the power to choose. It's in the Bible, said, I lay before you life and death. He only advised us to choose life. So that means you can decide to choose death. The same way God ensured that He planted the seed of greatness in everybody. So whether you are great or not is now your own responsibility. Everybody was born a winner, but it's not everybody that believes. I keep saying this. Everybody was born to win. But whether you end up winning or losing is now your own responsibility. From the word response, your ability, response to the ability on your inside. That is responsibility. Just in case you've not seen that word in that regard, responsibility, responding to the ability on your inside. Yes, that's responsibility. That's what we call respond. We now turn it to responsibility. So ask yourself this question. And lastly, understand that you can't be doing. See, Chris, I know all of. Let me check. Everybody listening to me right now. Yes, I don't think there's a Muslim listening to me right now. Everybody is a Christian. Understand that you cannot be doing the barest minimum and experience maximum result. It doesn't work. Hello, can I talk to us for a moment? You cannot be doing the barest minimum and be experiencing like and expect that you are going to get maximum result. It doesn't happen. God is going to be unfair that way. Like you are only putting in 2% of your effort and you want to reap 100%. Where? How? So that means that means literally God is encouraging laziness. And the God that I know, he doesn't he's not that kind of God. So if you want maximum result, put in maximum effort. Enough of the barest minimum. Enough. They will show training here, you will not be there. Read this book, you will not do. There is the Zillonia network. I ensure that we have communities. There's a community for like literally we upload books there every month. Now I dropped the message that we'll start reading today. I think it was only one person that responded. You just think that greatness is something that will just come easily. Sorry, no, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Am I making sense? So if you want maximum result, be ready to put in maximum effort. So 3 levels of maximizing your income. Now, a lot of people are in the first level. Few make it to the second level, and very, very few don't even end up in the last level. Yes, it's one thing to generate the income, it's another thing to save, and it's a different ball game to invest. If you don't go through these 3 stages, you are not going to maximize your income to the fullest. And 70 to 80% of the populace, especially in this part of the world called Nigeria, only do the first level. They just generate the income and spend. Generate it, spend. Generate, spend. They don't save. So that will make me put it to you. How much do you have in savings right now? If an opportunity knocks at your door now, do you have some chunk of amount to use to lay hold on it? Because you keep saying God is not fair. Are you even fair to yourself? And you might want to blame me, I'm not earning so much. To whom much is given, much is expected. If we can't trust you with little, we can't trust you with much. In that little 50K, 100K that you are making, how much are you setting aside? Because you're saying, I'm not earning much. That is not the question. Out of what the little you are earning, how much are you setting aside daily, weekly, monthly? Because saving in itself is an habit you need to inculcate. If you don't have it when you are making little, you will never do it when you make big. It's just, see, take it from me. Enough of that lie you are telling yourself that when I begin to make 5.2 million naira monthly, I will now find it easy to save. It's a lie. Let me tell you something. As your income grows, your desire for things, expenses, responsibilities grow in that same like they grow in response to the ability of your income capacity. So stop telling yourself that lie that and when I make 100 million, I will save is a lie. If you don't start out of that 5K, if you don't cultivate the habit of removing 500 as little as 500 naira, 1,000, 1,500 out of it now, trust me, when you begin to make 50, 500, 1.5, you will do the same thing. Savings is an habit. It's not something you do when you have much. Write that down. Savings is an habit. It's not what you do when you have much. You realize that when you now save, it will now be easy to invest. So when opportunity knocks at your door, you have somewhere to pull from. You are not running elter skelter. There's this opportunity. Can you borrow me money there? Why? Because you were not saving. You were not saving. And some people, this is not saving they are doing. It is, I call it accidental saving. Because any little rain like this, boom, they have gone back to the savings. They have finished it. They are not saving with a particular intention in mind. this particular topic is for another day because we have different kind of savings. We have emergency savings. We have different kind of savings. So I think I'll dedicate a training section for this saving thing. That's when investing now becomes easy. That's when you can now begin to reap return on investment. Cash begins to flow to you. Why? Because you have maximized the 3 levels of income. Am I making sense? So 5 types of investment. 6 rather, sorry. I'm supposed to write 6. 6 types of investment. See, I don't want to know how much of whatever it is that they have told you. And this is coming from someone who is also a real estate fanatic. If you have not invested in yourself, you have no business investing in any other thing. Take it from me tonight. If you are not investing in yourself, you have no business investing in any other thing because at the end of the day, you are the capital. Your mindset is your capital. So when you don't invest in it, you will not. Let me tell you something. If you are not loaded, you are not going to be needed. Understanding is the ground upon which you stand. The more you know, the farther you go. So if you are not taking out time to prioritize investing in yourself, books, you are not reading. Trainings, you are not attending. Seminar, they will never find you there. They call marriage seminar, you are not there. Relationship, you are not there. Finance, they will never find you in any. And you are the same person complaining about the economy. You will keep complaining. Good news. In fact, you will batch PhD, MSc in complaining. Why? Because you are not investing in yourself. Have you ever seen anybody they are paying so much to come and listen to or watch? It's because those people have taken out time to invest in themselves. If I did not take out time, like literally today, I think today alone, I've taken the man that is mentoring you now. I have taken a minimum of 3 mentorship class today. 3. As I was entering one, as I was finishing one, I was entering another. I was finishing one, I was entering another. I'll sleep, I'll wake up like back to back. So you wonder why I can talk like this. It's because I don't joke with the investment. And as I'm doing that, I'm reading. Now, I mentioned the book on the group, the compound effect. As I'm reading that one, I am reading a leadership book. So you realize that when I open my mouth, I'm talking, I'm doing this. I like him. He's so brainy, he's so intelligent. It did not fall on me. It did not jump on me. I prioritize investing in myself. That is why you can decide to leave every other thing you are doing now and decide to listen to me. Nobody follows an empty vessel. That's why I said if you are not loaded, you are not needed. So let tonight be the beginning of the day you begin to prioritize investing, like invest in yourself like your life depends on it because it does. Now, let me tell you how important this is. No, there are some people when they are doing their birthdays, you just know that you can't send them any kind of gift. You know, right? I've literally had someone, she wanted to buy something for me for my birthday that day. And she looked at the store, no, that is below Zilly's level. She did not buy that stuff. She later waited till she was able to afford that particular thing and decided to buy it. Now, did I tell her that thing? No. But then she could perceive that, no, this guy is worth more than this. That can only happen when you take yourself serious, because if you don't take yourself serious, nobody will take you seriously. Invest in yourself. You see some people receiving gifts in millions, receiving best of the best. It's not because they asked for it, it's because they earned it. So when you see the kind of things that comes to you, it is a report card of the value that you are bringing to the table. It's a report telling you that you need to go and work more on yourself. So if you are not, I'm helping you to perceive these things correctly so that you can see the so much importance that lies in investing in yourself. You can't hold meaningful conversations. I mean, you are in a conversation, they are talking about treasury bills, they are talking about stocks, shares, real estate. You cannot open your mouth and say anything. Why? Because you are blank. You are literally blank. And let me just let me just tell you the truth. For the ladies listening to me right now, guys that are going to actually date you to marry you will do that when they perceive you as someone that is worth it. Now, when I say worth it, not having all the billions of dollars, but that when you open your mouth to talk, you are making sense. Like they are proud to say that you should go and represent them somewhere. Not look what your see, your hot body cannot do anything. Your hot body cannot do anything. For a man of vision, let me streamline it. For a man of vision and purpose, your hot body will only make you look admirable, and that is all. Hey, she's so shapy, she's so curvy, she's so this, she's so that, and that is it. That is the end. So after that, what is upstairs? Nothing. So please, as much as you are investing in the hot body, also invest in that upstairs. Invest in your upstairs too. Open your mouth and you should be able to have meaningful conversation. Let somebody talk to you and feel better after they are done talking to you. I had a conversation with this person and I left there a different person. That's what makes sense, not the hot body. Please. Enough of the level at which you guys pay attention to your body and leave your brain behind is becoming alarming. Don't invest so much in the body and leave the brain behind, please. And should I shock you? The real beauty is in the brain. It's in the brain. I hold it to you. I lie you not. It's in the brain. So I hope I'm making sense. Please let me be sure I'm actually making sense. Please put some chat in the like. Let me know you guys are connecting to everything I've been sharing so far. Drop value in the chat box if you have been getting value so far. Drop value in the chat box if you have been getting value so far. If you have been getting value so far, let me see value in the chat box. Drop it in the chat box. I want to be sure I've not just been talking to myself since morning. Value, value, value. Drop value in the chat box if I've been making sense to you so far. If I've been making sense to you so far. Awesome. Yes, I needed to be sure I was not talking to myself. So yes, very, very important and very, very necessary. So yes, that takes me to the next number 2. Invest in people. I can literally spend 1 hour on this number 2, but for the purpose of time, let me just understand this thing. See, this is the best time to choose your circle and be deliberate about investing in it. Some of you, you go like, I don't need people. No, I'm okay by my own. No. So I'll give you a practical example now. Now, I don't think there is anywhere you will see Femi Otedola that you will not see Dangote, that you will not see Tony Elumelu. Now, did they just happen all overnight? No. This is friendship, decades of friendships. Decades of friendship. They are investing. Once Dangote is doing anything, you will see, no matter how busy Otedola is, you will see him there. When Otedola is doing anything, no matter how busy Dangote is, you will see him there. So the question is, who is in your garden? Who is in your circle? How are you a one-man mopo? You can't do newsflash. You can't do this life alone, and that's one of the things you get here at the Zillionaire Network. We are not just building a conglomerate of the next generation of financial giants. We are also building communities that would also stand the test of time. Form a very good, like, have people that can call you to order. Have you read that book? What page are you now? What this? Like, you should have people in your circle that are constantly pushing you to outdo your previous best. Who is in your circle? Ask yourself that question. Who is in your circle? Who are you building with? Or are you just doing life alone? Who is in your garden? A little fine. It's not a little fine girl. Oh. Gone are those days. I don't need a little fine girl in my garden. I need sensible, smart, forward-thinking individuals in my garden because that's the only way we can move forward. You want to start a business now and you cannot call 2, 3, 4, 5 people to raise, maybe you need like, let's say 2 million. and you cannot call 2, 3, 4, 5 people and you can raise it. It just shows that you have not been doing a good work where investing in people is concerned. You don't know the possibility of those people around you that you are overlooking right now. Believe in people, invest in people. And that's one thing about what we do here in the Zillionaire Network. Over time, you understand the potential of what we are doing here. The third one, treasury bills. I'm literally going to take out time to explain there's so much possibilities in these investment vehicles, treasury bills, stocks and shares, real estate, gold. So that's why you can't afford to miss out on any of our trainings, because I'm literally going to be taking out time to do due diligence to all of these types of investments, one after the other. Have you gotten value? Did that make sense to you tonight? Did you get value? Go into the chat box and indicate. Did you get value? 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 Yes, so if you would literally put all of what you've learned on this call to use tonight, you will be shocked at the so much that will change about your finances. Yes, did you get value? Please keep I want to be sure I was able to carry everybody along. Did you get value? So please, very importantly, all what you've learned, ensure that immediately after this call, you go to the group and share with us what you learned today. Ensure you share with us what